Welcome and thank you for joining me. This is Laurie of Laurie's Heirloom Sewing. I wanted to discuss this pattern right here. It is McCall's Fashion Accessories pattern number 2947. And obviously it is a series of aprons. There are many different ways that the pattern itself gives you, but you could also change the formula. You could do whatever top portion you wanted to add to a bottom portion. Goodness, excuse me. I just received this. I ordered it on Amazon. It was $8.80 on November 21st, 2019. I don't know, when you're watching this, but it might be more, it might be less, it might not be available. I think the tape is supposed to let me know that it's a new pattern, because I know I get them at the pattern shop like Joanne, like that all the time. So, okay, inside we have what looks to be several pages of instructions, and I believe there are some unique items required, one of which is fabric paint. So we will see. Alright, the first page would be all of our views and requirements. So we have 17 pieces in total, and I wanted to read the notions list to show you what I was talking about. So this apron package would include the instructions, the pattern pieces for making 8 aprons in several different styles and lengths. Suggested fabrics are cotton and cotton blends, chintz, gingham, calico, chambray, canvas, denim, polished cotton. There are many different fabrics that you could actually use. I'm planning to use a flannel that I will show you in just a minute. If you're using a fabric that has stripes or plaids, then you may need to match, and with that information you might need more fabric. So you'll need thread, obviously. And for apron A, you need, basically you need 2 yards of fabric. You need interfacing, you need an apple applique, which would be a remnant, and then you need a core applique, which would also be a remnant. You need fusible webbing, and that's going to attach the applique to the pocket, and then you need 5 1/4-inch buttons, fabric paint in 3 colors. So I'm going to assume that somewhere in the pattern pieces will be a shape that you would cut for those apple pieces. I'm not going to dig through it just yet, but you can see right here that there is an apple and an apple core, or half of an apple and then an apple core on the pockets on apron A. Oh, okay. For apron view B, you would need some single-edged eyelet trim. Now, my immediate thought when I see something like that is, or I could make a ruffle. If you are able to do a roll and whip on a sewing machine, or for that matter, if you have a serger, you could do a serged edge with some contrasting thread and create a ruffle out of a single layer of fabric. It doesn't have to be eyelet. They show it on these 2 views, C and D. So I have some white lace fabric that I probably would use with a white roll and whip on the ends to create that look, rather than go purchase that single-edged eyelet trim, which, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, it's always polyester. It's hard for me to go to the store and find something that I feel like, for me, for Laurie, would be acceptable. A lot of people would use a polyester. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like the feel of it. I prefer real, plant-based fiber, or something like flannel, something that has some a nice hand. And sometimes that eyelet edging is just feels like plastic mixed in with fabric to me. I don't care for it. Okay, so View C apron is almost exactly the same thing as View D. C and D are basically the same. I was reading View B. There's that little trim they were talking about. Yeah, and that you could actually use a piece of lace, or you could do a ruffle, which I think it looks like they've got some eyelet trim down here on this one. But this is the one they were actually talking about. I jumped ahead of myself. So that's just like a lace trim. You might even be able to find cotton. Okay, so for View C and D, they're basically the same. The bib and on C and the bib on D are the same. And I'm not really sure what the difference is, other than perhaps the fact that one is in white and one is a print, which seems kind of weird and random to me. Let me see if I can figure that out here. C. They both have pockets. They both have ties. So C is the single-edged eyelet trim, and D has the same trim, but it doesn't discuss it in the description. It just says you need 2 5/8" buttons. View E apron, you need fusible webbing because you're going to need a heart applique on the pockets and on the bib. And you will also need the fusible webbing so that you can apply those, and then 2 5/8" buttons. View F apron is a like a grill apron, quite simple with a pocket on the front. And View H and View G are the same. This one has a cow on the front, and it says you will need a remnant for that, with also the fusible webbing remnant, and then fabric paint in 3 colors. You also need 1 1/4 yards of jumbo rickrack. So that apparently across the bib there is a piece of rickrack, and then I believe around that pocket they also have applied some rickrack. It's hard to tell on the fabric that they have chosen for the sample there. But as you can see, you could easily take that pocket off if you didn't want a pocket there. You could put rickrack on this pocket if you wanted to. You could even put rickrack around the edge if you wanted to do that. So you can change these around to suit your desire, whatever you choose this to look like. So for me, what I'm going to do is I am going to make View E, which is this right here. It does not have a ruffle across the bottom. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do these pockets. I have 2 ideas, and the reason it's an issue is this is the fabric. It's Christmas candy. It's called Christmas Joys Flannel by Chris Lammers for Maywood Studio. It's a beautiful flannel fabric. I love it. And then I have some Robert Kaufman red Kona. I know this probably does not look apple red on film, but it is. It's an apple red. And my thoughts are I'm going to take this and make the 2 pockets, and then I'm going to put the heart appliques on the pockets on the skirt out of this right here. The apron itself is going to be made from this, so this heart will be made from this. So they'll be opposing at the top and on the skirt. So those are my plans at the present. I'm going to make 2 of those, one for each of my daughters. And if I have any fabric left, I will be using it to make just a wrap around the waist apron for myself. I have located, yes, there is a page of applique pattern pieces inside. There's the cow, and there's the heart, and there's the apple core, and somewhere in here is another, oh, there's the apple up there at the top. So I will be busy cutting out the pattern pieces, and when I get those done, then we'll come back and start assembling the 2 aprons that I plan to make. And if you have any questions, if you want more information about the pattern, if you need information about fabric to use, just send me a message. You can find me at this Facebook page, Laurie's Heirloom Sewing. You can also, just private message me through that. If you have any issues, just comment on this video and I will try to, get in touch with you with whatever that question might be. So this is Saturday before Thanksgiving 2019. I know we're all busy trying to get ready for the holidays, but I am going to try to get this video uploaded and ready for viewing. Thank you for watching. If you found it helpful and you liked the information and want more, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I will see you back here. Thank you.